I don't think there's an industry that has really converged with every other business like the way media has. Every business is now a media company. Of course, social media.
Of course,
They're saying now we have moved into the interest media, the algorithm media, basically.
The first major advantage of becoming a sort of say media house is you're able to really create a following, a community, which is very important. So, I think now content is becoming like the core product. So before you start even selling your air tickets, selling your software, selling your whatever, your soft drink, first people will interact with your content, and then now that content is what will make them come to buy your physical product. So the more you do the content, actually, it's like you are first selling the content, and then now from there, people will now come and try to want to know what does this particular brand maybe produce, what do they sell, where are they located. Then from there, now you are able to now onboard them into your real product. When you produce your own content, you have your own media house in quotes, you're able to own the audience who consume your content. Just like previously we had fans, we had people who their favorite channel was like Citizen, others it's KBC, others it's K24, that's locally. But now, right now, if you have your own content, you have a media setup channel, those people who follow you become like you are fast. They know that if they want maybe to learn about digital marketing, you follow, let's say, what's the name? Dove Cloud Podcast.
So, state of media in 2025. So, media has, when you talk of convergence, I don't think there's an industry that has really converged with every other business like the way media has. Every business is now a media company. Of course, social media.
Of course,
they're saying now we have moved into the interest media, the algorithm media, basically, where these platforms give you what you're interested in. They can read you from very far and just... so it's interesting. I think this comes with a lot of upside. Are there downsides? Probably yes. There's investment to it, there's time it takes. But that's an investment you have to put in for you to get the upside. But I think the upsides are many. I can't think of great downsides of going big on being your business, also being a media business. We've seen one classic example of people who have really succeeded in this is Red Bull, giving you wings to fly. And literally, we've seen how their content, the extreme stunts and all that. Yeah. And we now just we don't just know Red Bull as a soft drink company. It's also a content company, really. And that gives them very huge leverage in terms of their brand positioning, being top of mind, and even diversifying their business. So how would a small business owner and a medium business owner who doesn't have such clout or so, position? I think now it's very affordable to actually just set up your media. You only need a smartphone, right? So no excuse. But anyway, for sure. What would be would you say is the first big upside of embracing to be also a media company, a media business
I think I would say in the first, something we've talked about, I think even before, you get a lot of leverage because, for example, if you have a few, not even a few, but some followers in your social media channels who maybe follow your content every week, they maybe like, for example, for us, we have, some followers, subscribers who are waiting for, our release every week for our weekly podcast and all that. One, of course, you're able to leverage that and create your own community because, for any business, the community is very important. And how do you keep the community engaged? How do you make sure that they stick to your channel, to your brand? It's one, giving them some value, some entertainment, because by the time you think of fronting your product, your service, you have to give some value. That value has to come in terms of course, one, entertainment, educational content. So I think the first major advantage of giving out, becoming a, so to say, media house is you're able to really create a following, a community, which is very important for any brand. By doing so, of course, now means that anytime you maybe have a product, have an offer, a service, the first people will be buying from you will be definitely the community which you have built and you've nurtured through that entertaining content, that educational content, that inspiring content you give them through your media releases.
Perfect. I think what the second point, maybe the other advantage is it helps you tell your story at scale. Of course, that's a work of the founder or the CEO or whoever heads the company. But it is something people have struggled when media was very gate kept. It only existed in major broadcasting, companies. Is you have to spend to break your bank to break the bank to tell your story at scale.
For sure.
You have to run very intensive commercials, and they have to hit. Not just run them, but they have to resonate. Right now, with the social media, you can do that. From in a small way, and also then you can just scale it. So you can tell your story. That's the point. You can tell the story of your brand at scale, and this attracts the right people who then resonate with it, and they are able now to engage with your offering. Which is storytelling is, I think, so to say, just you're telling you're recruiting people to your culture, to your company culture also, which I think we've always thought company culture exists within the company, but I think with the new media, your culture is also able to exist beyond, because people can see how you guys run your stuff and they can relate with it, they can adopt it, they can learn, they can be part of it, they can see how you make the products, they can, like day-to-day office and all that stuff. So they're able to participate in the company culture. And that continues, just amplifies your story. So I think that's important.
I think another major point, I think why, leveraging media is important is there is a lot of shift in the consumer attention. I think, before the era of social media, I think a lot of focus was on mainstream media, televisions, radios. But right now, most people will want, if it's news, mainstream media was, for news, for things like, ads, people would rely majorly on the mainstream media to get such news, and even sometimes know the latest products in the market. But right now, most people are able to, not actually almost everyone is able to catch up with news either on their phone, on social media, be it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. So means that if your brand takes the initiative of having now getting churning content through social media again, means that you are now able to reach your consumers, your potential clients where they exist. Unlike now, of course there is that small percentage which you'd reach through the mainstream, but most of them will be able to reach you through your social media channels. And then now, through that, of course, with your handles, you have now to keep on giving them fresh content in regular so that now they can also stick. And of course, now, as you said again, algorithms. I mean, the better the content, the fresher the content, now you're able to even reach more potential clients and leads. Yeah.
Okay. I think also it builds loyalty in the sense that with the new media, people are able to raise also concerns. It like it behaves like a customer support platform where people are able to openly raise their issues within the comment section.
And directly,
Directly, you post something and somebody is there saying, "Oh, I have this issue." I think we saw that with Safaricom. And,
for sure.
Just when big brands,
I mean,
you remember
even
the
right
comment
now,
section for Safaricom used just to be everybody just complaining about something they had, and I mean, and you could get your issue sorted there and followed up on. So, and that builds loyalty. I've seen Ryanair, you know, the what is it? It's an airline. So, you know, and they always have like rough landings. Like they always show them landing, and then like it's very it's shaky and all that. So, and there's a lot of jokes, just people joking about how Ryanair doesn't do smooth landings. Like, and so these people become part of your community, so to say, and that just builds loyalty. And because also people get to really deeply understand your value proposition. For example, Ryanair, they offer cheap flights. People understand. So even in some comment section, people are defending the rough landings. Like, I mean, this is what you get for $3 of a flight, you know? Yeah. So, I mean, loyalty, I think is a key one.
I think just adding on to, you said that the clips about Ryanair. So I think now content is becoming like the core product. So before you start even selling your air tickets, selling your software, selling your whatever, your soft drink, first people will interact with your content, and then now that content is what will make them come to buy your physical product. So the more you do the content, actually, it's like you are first selling the content, and then now from there, people will now come and try to want to know, what does this particular brand maybe produce, what do they sell, where are they located. Then from there, now you're able to now onboard them into your real product. But you first sort them the content which you give them through your media channels.
So you tease. It's like you tease.
Yes.
Content becomes the first. It's like the minimum viable product.
Yeah.
And then your product becomes the iteration.
Exactly.
That's an interesting one, really. And it's like us. We're trying to build even now for the products we're building. We're building a community first, and then now we can bring them something. Yeah, but also it's about giving value first.
Exactly.
Which is really important, because most of people think of taking first, which I think you have to reverse that. People will trust you first when they can get some value, free, whatever, you know. But also I think with them, I would say it's even people becoming co-creators, I would say. Because when people are sharing, like with TikTok, how it's been, I can stitch, I can do it, I can take clips of the videos the company has posted and create, commentate on a brand. So it means it's very easy for other people to create content on your behalf, and the brand gets going. So you want people to participate in pushing your brand for free, and I don't think you're really paying them, because it also grows them. Them engaging with your content also pushes their content. But you're also getting pushed at the same time. So it becomes means co-creation, which is, there's no NDAs, there's no costs involved and all that. It's just the algorithm, just it's thing, and the whole platform just working to your advantage. So I think that's important, and it just reduces your marketing cost and budget.
For sure.
Any other one? Bonus point.
I think another important, something to just add on to all those points. I think, when you produce your own content, you have your own media house in quotes. You're able to own the audience who consume your own content. Just like previously, we had fans, we had people who their favorite channel was like Citizen, others it's KBC, others it's K24, that's locally. But now, right now, if you have your own content, never media setup channel, those people who follow you become your first. They know that if they want maybe to learn about digital marketing, you follow, let's say, what's the name? Dove Cloud Podcast. If you want to maybe follow, what do you call them? What's the name of your TikTok?
TikTok.
The big boy of digital, they follow Joseph. So you own the audience in a way that it's like you are first. You are their go-to for any type of
authority. I think
actually,
also,
authority, industry leader. Yeah. So yeah.
I think the advantages are so many, but the elephant in the room, the only animal in the room is the elephant, which is you have to do work.
Yeah, of course.
The equipment, setting up something, medium quality. You need I don't think the budget is. I think the time, the effort, and the time and the creativity,
for sure.
the uniqueness of your positioning is what really becomes a bit hard. You really need a bit of critical thinking to just see how do you counter-position yourself, because there's a lot of noise on these platforms. How do you counter-position yourself in a way that you stand out? Even for us, we're still figuring that out. We just want to because when you counter position properly, it becomes pretty easy for you to stand out. So that takes a lot of critical thinking, and that's work.
Work.
But it's just good to take the challenge and embrace being integrating media into your business, so to say, not just your product business, because your business involves product, people, team. Every other, your partners, your vendors, and every other part needs to be part of your content strategy. Yeah. So that's it for today. See you in the next one. Bye-bye for now. Adios.